guys, thank you so much for joining me in another video. So as you can tell based on the title, well today we're going to be talking about pre-fall handbags. We already have part 1 and part 2, so check out those videos already. So let's just continue on this week. First, let's start off with Stella McCartney. Now this is a brand I haven't really been paying much attention to, just in general when it comes to handbags, but I thought this recent bag that they released, the Rider bag, is quite interesting. We talked about this in another video, and what's interesting about this handbag is the silhouette is supposed to be like the silhouette of a horse. What's also interesting about these handbags is this is Stella McCartney's brand, and she's known for creating bags that are made out of vegan leather. Now, I'm not vegan, clearly I have leather bags, but I think it's nice that there's an offering for those that want something stylish, fashion forward, that is in line with the standards of vegans. The style we are seeing come in new colors. So there's this brown suede. I'd be very curious to see what brown suede, touching vegan brown suede, how that would feel. I've honestly felt it before in like cheaper materials and it doesn't always feel nice, but it would be very interesting if she can have like a really nice suede material that is very soft. The way suede is, it's very, very soft and it has this nice texture to it. If she can mimic that in a vegan material. We also have this style that comes in white, it comes in this burgundy as well as this kind of khaki color, and it comes in smaller versions, extra large versions. So this is a bag they're heavily pushing. And then we have some new iterations of the Falabella bag. Now this is not a new style. We've seen it probably, I feel like this bag is approaching a decade old, almost at this point, if not that already. Again, another style made of vegan leather. Now one thing I thought interesting about some of these styles is they have this very worn in look, which has also been on trend with other styles. Think Balenciaga, think Miu Miu. And whenever I think of vegan leather, I don't think of it as a leather that, while I've never had her vegan bags, I never really think of vegan leather as something that wears nicely over time. That's one of the main reasons why I don't think I go for vegan leather. Again, I respect their ethical and religious reasons, so I'm not here to like tell anyone that's not what this is about. But of course we have to talk about this because her bags are vegan. I do think vegan though is a very vague term. Like there's a lot of gray area when it comes to vegan bags. Some brands will just say vegan leather and it's like plastic, and how is that plastic going to deteriorate over time? I do think what is interesting is when you hear about these vegan leather materials made of like mushroom or other kind of plant materials. I think those are really interesting ideas around vegan leather, about how something can be made of like a natural material but then over time biodegrade. And then next on the flip side we have the Falabella in more of a shiny, almost like patent material. So it's got some kind of plastic coating on top of it. It's in this nice burgundy brown. It also has this burgundy brown, like so brown like hardware. So yes, those are the Stella McCartney bags. Next we have Ganni. I never know how to say this brand's name. It's not really, again, a brand that we talk about as heavily, but I think in 2024 or 2025, excuse me, I want to talk about other brands, not just focusing on the big luxury brands. Of course, we'll talk about them like we're going to talk about in this video, but I would like to talk about other brands as well if I see other brands doing interesting bags. And of course, most people, they really don't want to spend Chanel money or Louis Vuitton prices, but they still want to look cute, and I think Ganni offers that. The first bag I want to talk about is the Boo bag. This is a bag they've had for quite some time. I remember talking about it when I saw Charlie XCX wear this bag quite a bit, but it has this twisted braided top handle. It also comes with a crossbody, and then it also has the butterfly logo. It's a more affordable bag. Now, one thing about this, from what I've looked at in terms of the materials, it's not vegan, but it's made of like recycled leathers, processed materials. So how well will this last? Is it something that you're gonna have for like years and years? I don't know how well this will last, but this style comes in a variety of different colors. We're seeing it in this collection. Burgundy top handle with the brown. We have it in this forest green with this mock crop embossing on the leather, that as well. Lots of different iterations. So here's a canvas tote. Okay, so that's just a nice kind of tote bag in this pretty pastel with this gingham kind of like picnic print. And then we have this hobo style. What I thought was interesting is how they have these sweaters wrapped around them. This style is often featured with this mock croc embossing on the leather. And of course we're seeing it with bag charms. That's kind of a fun, playful way to wear a handbag. And then we also have this massive bag that also comes in just more of a plain style in this forest green. Lots of forest green I'm noticing for pre-fall 2025. So finally, let's talk about Chanel. So Chanel did have their Métier d'Art show. Normally I like to look at the Vogue article images or if brands put the images on their website, but thankfully Purse Blog did a pretty good job at zooming in on some of these images here. So we'll just go through this article here. We've got this vanity style, almost like lunch bag sort of bag. Now, of course, Chanel has done a lot of these styles in the past, these vanity or like lunch bag, vanity kind of bags. Again, will it be like the most convenient to get in and out of? No, but it's giving that ladies who lunch vibe. So yeah, if you're looking for a cute bag to bring to lunch, this is definitely one to consider. And then we have this north-south, this patent rectangular sort of style. At least it's giving that illusion with this angle. Also interesting, we're seeing a lot of patent recently. And next we have this folded in dumpling bag with this top handle with the larger quilt, has this more like puffy effect. And then we also have this dumpling clutch in a black as well. And then next we have this silk satin kind of material clutch, really pretty in this minty color, like actually such a pretty color. The quilts are very interesting, less defined. You see more of like the folds and the movement of the silk, which I think is an interesting idea. It comes in also the white and the satin. It feels a little bit more fluid, less structured. While I don't know if I'm like totally sold on this style, I think as an idea, it's actually an interesting way to play with the quilting. I don't know if I would get this bag, this style for myself, but it's interesting to see kind of a little bit more experimentation. And then we have more of like a hard-sided kind of clutch here with the clasp at the top. And then we've got, as well as these, I can only imagine the prices of these bags will be priced upon request, but they have these really pretty star-shaped bags, as well as the spherical bag with like the stars, and they're encrusted with crystals, and I don't even want to imagine the price of any of these handbags. Definitely for any occasion or something really glitzy, there's that. Then we have this micro hobo bag. We saw this on the runway in this white color, in this beige, as well as this tweed material. And next we have this kind of like hard-sided rectangular vanity. Comes in this black, similar style also in the white. And then we have this reinterpretation in this chocolate brown. Feels a little bit more hard-sided at the base, but then is a little bit softer at the top. There's something about when I see like a neutral with silver hardware, to me it feels a little bit more modernistic. Next we have this east-west clutch bag with the CC logo, and then also a vanity, a little bit hard to see here. This whole collection was very black, the background at night. And then we have this duo bag moment here, a cute micro against a hobo. You can wear this as a charm, or if you've already got a hobo bag yourself and you want to just have a little bit of Chanel added to that style, put a micro Chanel bag on one of your already existing hobos. And of course the micro bags are more, I don't even want to say like accessible, because it's Chanel. Everything is just so insanely priced. The jump from like one of these micro bags to a like classic flap is quite a lot. There's just a psychology in that it's like a little bit more accessible. But for those where, you know, that's just not something that they're thinking about, you could probably get the bag and you could consider getting the duo moment here. Again, another duo moment with this brown suede and then this little cute little mini or micro. And then we have this utility bag, and it's got like the utility pockets on the side. It like dips in like a hobo. It's got the chain strap. It comes in this tweed material, and then it's also in this goldy bronzy kind of color. I've seen other Chanel bags with the utility vibe, and maybe just like the pockets feel very flat on this, but it feels like you wouldn't be able to get as much in there. Like it would just be like a card or very slim thing. It's less of a three-dimensional pocket. And then we have this white on white duo bag moment with this duffel bag. And then we have this flap tweed bag with the sequins. You wanted to get the outfit and have your bag match the outfit, there's that. And we have this brown suede. Can't really see the front, so I apologize here, but this brown suede with this top handle and chain, a little bit more slouchy, a little bit more relaxed. When I think of Chanel, I think of extremely structured bags. Obviously the 22 was a change from that, even just like the 19 with the puffiness, but I think of Chanel has always been a more structured brand. We're seeing a little bit more slouch, and I think suede is like definitely material that allows bags to kind of become more slouchy in general. And then we have, I don't know if this is velvet or suede, but the reissue in maybe velvet or suede. And then we have these really extra large patent bags. Also a lot of patent in this collection, really shiny in this burgundy as well as in this black. And then of course we have it styled with like a little mini bag on the top. And then finally this extra large patent bag, duffel kind of style. If you're a Chanel girl and you want a travel bag, they've got you covered part here. Personally, I don't know if these bags are really doing it for me. Everything feels in line with the trends. The duffel bags, if you want something that is like speedy-esque, if you want something that is a little bit more like hobo utility, if you want the brown suede, like Chanel is giving their customer what is on trend by Chanel, but it's not something that feels like very forward, which to me Chanel should be doing, especially a brand this big that has this many resources. It definitely does feel like this brand could use a fresh perspective. I'm very curious to see in 2025 what that looks like with Mathieu Blazy. So yes, anyways guys, that's my video. Were any of these handbags speaking to you? Thank you so much for joining me in another video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!